Thinking about applying for the DBJ's Ignite program, but not sure if it might be for you? Well, we told you about the $7 million grant last week, and this week I have a past recipient. Melarka Williams got a grant for his business, Ingenuity Technologies. He'll tell us what it was like being a part of that program. I'm Kalila Reynolds, and it's time for another episode of Money Moves, JA, brought to you in partnership with Exim Bank's Business Advisory Service, giving you the tools to grow your business. I'm Melarka. Thanks for joining me.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
So you, or I should say your company, Ingenuity Technologies, was among the first batch of beneficiaries of the DBJ's Ignite program. But before we go into that program and how that helped your business, tell me a bit about what your business does, Ingenuity.
Ingenuity is a digital transformation firm. So we actually help companies to go digital so they can automate their systems and processes and be more efficient in their operations. So that's the parent company. And then we have a subsidiary company called the Hive Freelancing, which is a job site. So persons can actually go on the site to find gigs to earn an income. So
that's pretty cool. So
yeah.
Kind of like Fiverr and Upwork and stuff.
Yeah. So our model is essentially we are like our aim is to be like the Upwork or the Fiverr of the Caribbean.
Okay. What types of jobs do you offer on?
So it's digital jobs, so IT jobs, engineering, marketing. Any kind of job that you can actually do with the internet and a computer.
All right, so let's talk about your participation in the Ignite program. That would have been in, 2016?
2016, I honestly don't remember now.
The time does go.
It has been so long. It's probably about 2016, yeah.
How old is your company, by the way?
So we're 7 years old.
7 years,
yeah.
so about 2014?
Yeah, but we started actually the 5th of September 2014.
Okay, so you would have been about 2, maybe 3 years old when you applied for Ignite.
That's exactly the case, yeah.
Tell me what made you apply for that program.
Yeah. So we had a new product at the time that we were trying to bring to market. It's a digital product called iSurvey, and it's an idea that we had. We wanted to actually digitize the whole process of collecting survey and analyzing data. And we were seeking some kind of seed funding to bring the idea to life. And we heard about DBJ, and we initially just decided that we were going to apply.
What was the experience like?
I mean, it was an amazing experience. A lot of mentorship, a lot of coaching, a lot of reporting. So, reporting, when you have to do a lot of reporting, you have to put in place a lot of structure into your operation. So that really made the experience really good. Okay.
And so what difference did you see in your company pre-Ignite as opposed to post-Ignite?
I would say just growth. The number one thing is actually growth in revenue, growth in profitability. Those are just the key areas that we saw pre and post Ignite.
Okay, so I know that there's a cash component and there's the mentorship component, the technical assistance as well. Were there any difficulties along the road? So why I'm talking to you now is for people who might be considering applying. They want to know what experience was like. So were there any difficulties that you experienced in participating in this program, either from the application process or just being a participant?
Well, I guess my only thing is that I found that the application process was just probably too long, right? And it really took us a long time to, fill the application out and submit it. But I mean, once we submitted it and we got accepted, we never had any challenges at all.
They might have streamlined some of the application process.
I definitely think that they streamlined the process, and maybe they would have probably gone digital.
You all were the guinea pigs.
Exactly. Yeah, we were guinea pigs. We were the first set of people for them to provide that grant to, and we actually provided a lot of feedback as to how the program could actually be improved. So
right. Along the process, you said that it was pretty smooth. I know that reporting component can be difficult especially if you have a young business and you're not used to that. How did you find the frequent need for reporting?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. So I'm really big on numbers. I'm really big on reporting and structure. So I just really found the experience to be good, because I like numbers and I like the idea of using numbers to actually run a business. So it wasn't a problem for me at all.
What types of things do they look for?
So they were, checking, revenue. They were checking net profit, and they were checking like your employee staff count growth. those are some of the key components that they were actually checking.
Okay. And can you remember off the top of your head, like how much you actually grew during that period?
I think we grew about 2 or 3x. About 2 or 3x, yeah. We grew about 2 or 3x during that specific time period.
That's great.
Yeah.
And that was an 18-month program at the time.
18 month. Yes. You're right. It was actually 18 months. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, that's really great to see, what a simple program, because for a big organization like the DBJ and even somebody like Exim, what money can do for a business that's just starting up. Anything that you would recommend for another program like this, maybe going forward when they have cohort 4 and 5, what would you recommend?
Yes, I would say to increase the funding amount. That would be my main recommendation. So I think when I did it, the seed funding was between 1 and 4 million.
Yeah.
I would say they should at least go to about 150,000 US, because if you want to scale up product, there are certain numbers around that, and you'd probably want to be at 150,000 US to pretty much scale something, get something on the market, and then test it, and then move on from there. So I'd say that they should move that limit to about 150,000 US.
The maximum now is 7 million.
Oh, okay. So when I did it, the maximum was actually 4 million. So it's good that it's actually 7 million now.
They got some funding from the IDB.
Okay, that's great.
All right, but I think one thing that people would want to notice, so you are successful in applying. Not everybody is successful in applying, and I think each year it probably gets more and more competitive. What would you say is the key to getting chosen for the program?
Yeah,
what advice would you have for people applying now?
I would say the key thing is to make sure that you have a unique product, and to actually make sure that your product is actually scalable and exportable. Because one of the ideas behind the product, behind the program, is that they want to have businesses that are very scalable and can actually create a lot of jobs, so the economy can actually grow. So just make sure that you have those components in place.
And when you say exportable, not only goods can be exported, services can be exported.
Yeah, that's really important, because we're in tech, and all service is actually really exportable, and there are a lot of advantages to exporting the service that we provide, because you don't have to think about a lot of logistics as compared to if you were like a brick and mortar company per se.
Right.
You can just access any market and provide services to whoever you need to provide those services to.
Right, because I actually hosted the graduation ceremony for cohort 2, and they gave prizes. I don't know if they did that for your cohort as well, but they gave prizes for top exporter, top earner, and the top exporter this year was a service provider.
Okay.
Intelligent won that prize.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they had an award ceremony when I did it, and I think I got the Top Achiever Award.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually got an award a couple of years back when I was a part of the program.
Nice. All right, so if you're interested, you can apply at thinkbiggie.com. That's B-I-G with 2 E's, thinkbiggie.com, to apply to be a part of the DBJ's Ignite program. Thanks for your tips, Melarka.
Thank you.
Here's a recap of Melarka's main points. Ingenuity Technologies was selected for a new product, iSurvey, that they were trying to bring to market. Since its selection for the Ignite program, iSurvey has experienced growth in revenue and profitability. Some of the key components that can help businesses be chosen for the program are revenue, net profit, and staff growth. Those who apply should ensure that their business has a unique product and that the product is scalable and exportable.
Evidently, participation in the Ignite program has increased business knowledge, created valuable networking opportunities, and fostered expansion in new markets for entrepreneurs. Maybe you can be a beneficiary in this new cohort. That's it for this episode of Money Moves JA, brought to you in partnership with Exim Bank's Business Advisory Service, giving you the tools to grow your business. Visit their website at eximbankja.com and visit my website, KalilaReynolds.com, for a summary of this episode. You can click the link in the description box below. I'm Kalila Reynolds. Until next time.